And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. I was gonna say it's Thursday, so it's a tradition, but it's actually Monday. But it's okay. We got a new tradition now. Teasing the packs coming out Tuesday. Look, the reality of the situation is these packs are kind of boring, and I've talked about this a bunch of times. There's really no speculation to be had, but you know, the news itself is cool, so we'll kind of go over it regardless. So, without further ado, let's go over the news. First things first, that 2K dropped. We got in-game Kristaps. Shout out to everybody who was in stream earlier saying that we needed a new Porzingis or that Porzingis was coming. I'll be honest, I did not think that Porzingis was going to come tomorrow, but shout out to you guys. I'd tip my hat if I had one on that I could tip properly. Because we are getting an in-game Kristaps. He will be the premier sweat lord power forward without a doubt. 7'3", some of the best rebounding in the entire game. Like, he's kind of skinny, but he's got giant arms, so he ends up getting a lot of boards. This is going to be the sweat lord power forward. No question about it. This card will probably be somewhere around the million MT mark would be my assumption. I'm not really certain, like 100% if that's going to be accurate or not, but regardless, yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty up there. Also, shout out to everyone who was in stream earlier today when I was streaming during the daytime. I was in a rough mood, still am, but, you know, appreciate you guys regardless. Kristaps is going to be stupid, though. I mean, obviously, Kristaps has been dumb all year. He's going to have set shot 25, whatever, you know. Not the most exciting thing in the world. That's why I kind of hate the endgame cards. There's absolutely nothing to speculate on. And I am a big speculator. I like to speculate. Nothing to speculate, but there's going to be, for sure, an invincible Porzingis, which honestly, to me, is just as exciting, if not outright more exciting. The reason I say that is just because I don't mind his regular jump shot, and he'll be, you know, significantly cheaper. So I'll probably replace Ralph Sampson with Porzingis tomorrow in some capacity, so we'll see what's up. And then we got Game Ben Simmons. Once again, another premier sweat lord point guard. He'll have base 3. 6'10" with base 3 is going to be very annoying. He could also have Luka base too, so it's actually kind of a toss-up on which one they give him. I think they'll give him base 3 because it translates well to both gens. But I mean, we could legitimately see a Luka base one too. It really is dependent. The fact that Ben Simmons has an endgame card and we still don't even have an invincible Larry Bird is despicable. I'm sorry. Like, it is, dude. No Bill Russell, like, with updated SIGs that aren't set shot 17. No Larry Bird at all. Gross. No endgame Scottie Pippen. Gross. No Moses Malone. Gross. Like, the fact that we have Ben Simmons and Taco Fall before those guys is honestly heinous. I hate that so much. Surprised to not see Luka here, but it's really not that surprising when you think about it. These two are going to sell a little bit more packs. Like, 2K is going to guap up off of this pack drop for sure. So, looking at Ben Simmons, I mean, we have the Invincible Ben, who was already pretty expensive. Ben Simmons' release isn't terrible. Some people hate it. I think it's fine. His dribble sigs were fine. Kobe Bryant escape was kind of, I guess, his, like, quote-unquote worst attribute. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but, you know, some people obviously would prefer, like, a Trey or Curry, which he'll probably get Curry, I would assume, because that's what they've been giving a lot of the endgame cards recently. Everything else will stay the same. I think John Wall's crossover is probably gone, though. They'll probably give LeBron's crossover. They've been doing a lot of Brown crossover. The John Wall step back's probably gone, too, and I actually don't mind that at all. Like, I like it on Reggie Lewis, so I don't think it's really, like, a net negative for the card or anything, but just saying John Wall step back, little underrated. I'm just going to put that out there. Karl-Anthony Towns moving spin. Yeah, he definitely won't have that. I don't know what moving spin the endgame cards, but whatever. Either way, I mean, Ben Simmons, 6'10", 7-foot wingspan, 240. Like, he's a hulking point guard. Obviously, he's going to be just fine. Is this going to necessarily affect the price of any endgames out now? Yeah, I think it will. I think we'll see like a down. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We'll see a couple cards down in price. I don't know what word I was trying to use there, but I couldn't find it. I'd searched deep in my soul and I could not find it. Now, he's obviously going to be better, but is he really going to be outright worth it is going to be, you know, kind of the question. I mean, this card was already 99 to everything. The only reason people would upgrade is the jump shot, and then the fact that some of these shooting badges would be Hoff instead of gold. All of them, actually, is what I meant to say. Cool, regardless. Kristaps is still good, and I will say that if he could have played power forward, like this fan favorite's Kristaps probably would still be in rotation for a lot of people if he could play power forward. And this card came out in April, so that should tell you a lot. Kristaps was nasty when he came out, still is. Like, the new one that we get tomorrow is going to be dumb. Brooke Lopez on very quick. I think Horace Grant and Josh Smith are the only two that we've seen on very quick. I can't remember if Bol had it on very quick. He did. Okay. I haven't really got around to using Bol, but the release is good regardless. It's the dribble moves are going to be the upgrade. Now, I think a vast majority of the Kristaps that we see tomorrow that aren't invincible or the endgame one probably are going to have similar dribble moves. Like, if not outright the same. Like, maybe they have quick dribble style instead of fundamental, but I think the actual moves themselves probably remain the same. Kristaps, outside of that card, is not going to be a dribble god. And depending on your play style, that might not be the worst thing in the world. It just kind of depends how you operate with your power forward or your center. If you really actually need those. I just realized that my man over here in the back's throwing up the horns. I never really noticed that in the card art. That's kind of funny. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't like the horns. I just, something about it, dude, I just hate. Like, I just hate I hate it. I don't know. I just wanted to point that out, but everything else is fine. I mean, he'll have increased speed, obviously. And we're going to get like a 60 Hoff badge version of Kristaps, right? I don't think we're not getting NBA 75 cards at all tomorrow, so we'll probably see like an upgraded Kristaps just in some random set. I'm not sure which one. We'll see one with like 50 Hoff badges, one with 55, one with 60, and then obviously my team anniversary versions as well. I do think that we'll see a out of position Kristaps though. I think for sure it's either going to be swish or oop. I'm not sure which one, but I think we see like a shoot guard. That motorcycle driving down the street revving at 1,000 RPMs really threw my speech pattern out the window there. But I think we see a shooting guard small forward Kristaps. I really do. We saw one of those back in 2K20, and that card was dumb. So I would expect to see that again. And if there is one that can play the small forward, oh yeah, I'm picking up Kristaps for sure. I use Anthony Davis right now. I do not dribble at all with him. He is literally there to be tall and to shoot threes, and that's exactly what Kristaps is going to do, so I'm definitely picking up that version of Kristaps. But regardless, let's go over to the market and see if anybody's going to be affected by this price change, like at all. I'm not sure if anyone will. We'll see, though. This hat makes me look like I'm bald, but I have hair. Okay, now that my little tirade is over, let's take a look at the market itself. Now, like I said, I do think we see like an out of position or a swish version of Kristaps. That'll be right here with like Yao Ming or Taco Fall. I would assume it's probably going to be like a out of position one. Now, does that make these guys less usable? Yeah, actually, I think that might actually bring the price down of like Taco Fall and Yao. In my opinion, these two are a little too big to even play the positions that they've been assigned. Shooting guard Yao is fine. You could still operate with Yao at the shooting guard. Like small forward Taco can definitely get busy. Like running a lineup that's like Taco, Ralph Sampson, Yao Ming, that's dumb. If that's your front court, my God. But I still think that Taco probably remains the same price because this is kind of just a super fake card as is, you know. But I think we do see like a Kristaps right here. Probably an out of position as opposed to a swish. But it'd be cool regardless. Like I guarantee that shows up. 50 Hoff badges, like it's going to be ridiculous. As far as versions of the card that are going to be cheaper, I mean, Kristaps is already ridiculously cheap compared to what he was just a couple weeks ago. So he's going to go down to like 10,000 MT. And for that price, I think he's probably worth it. But you might as well just grab the MT anniversary one, which will be, you know, right around that price. Doesn't really matter. Same goes for Ben Simmons. It's going to be interesting to see if they allow my team anniversary Ben Simmons to shoot. I would assume they do. And the reason I say that is just because this Ben Simmons exists and he's already like sub 50K. Now this card's going to be really, really cheap. Come tomorrow, he's probably going to be like 20K, I would say. And he's still very good for that price point. Like he is. I mean, obviously he's 6'10". Defensively, he's going to be elite. It's just like, should you pick him up? We have to see what's going to come out tomorrow. That's going to be the real indication or the real thing that kind of pushes me one way or the other on if you should pick up this Ben Simmons when he's that cheap. The My Team Anniversary one probably is very similar. I would assume. Like, I think the badge count's obviously going to be the same. It's just a matter of like, is he going to be able to be shooting as well as this one? And that's the tough one. Like, I don't know if he's going to have a 95 3-pointer. It's more likely he's sitting at like an 88 to a 90. That's how I would do it if I was 2K. Obviously, I'm not. But, just putting it out there. So this Ben Simmons will be cheap. Let's look at the end games because I don't know if any of them are specifically going to come down in price. Now, certain ones will. LaMelo will stay up, and the reason I say that is because his name's LaMelo Ball, so people like him. Yao Ming, I don't think goes anywhere. Taco, I don't think goes anywhere. T-Mac doesn't go anywhere. I mean, his price has been kind of down anyway because we got a bunch of dudes who are like similar to him. Scotty Barnes, maybe he goes down. I think Scotty Barnes is going to be in the lock-in set. So if you have Scotty, I can't guarantee that that's going to be the case. I really can't. Obviously, I have no idea what 2K is going to put in these option pack for the My Team Anniversary lock-in. But it's not a bad idea to sell any of these guys if you really don't care about them specifically. T-Mac, you might be able to get him for a decent price. I mean, you're not getting him for 100K. Like, don't sleep on that. AD is going to be down in price. I don't think he's worth getting. If he could play small forward, oh yeah, AD would be worth picking up. But as a power forward in this game, in this day and age, no. Shaq's been down a lot. He's still a really good power forward, though. Kobe's been down a lot, too. I think Magic is probably one of the cards that takes the biggest hit from this Ben Simmons, and you can see a lot more Magics have been put up because Magic is a 6'9" point guard. He's very similar to Ben Simmons in a lot of different ways, as far as like player build and everything of that nature. So it's possible that Magic will fall off. I personally think Magic is still a top 3-point guard in this game. I may be one of the only people that thinks that, but especially on current gen, I think Magic is ridiculous. And I've yet to run into a Magic in the wild at all. It's just people just don't care about this card. But that's good news for you, because if you're trying to win a bunch of games, Magic is still a top tier point guard that just people just sleep on. Mainly because like LeBron and stuff, all those guys exist. This Brown is ridiculous. The set shot 25 is so annoying. I hate it so much. I despise this card. I just wanted to point that out. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just want to point out that I hate it. Young Taco is down too. If you have Yao, I would say sell Yao. I would. I would sell Yao. I mean, his price is redonkulous, straight up. I think Taco is better than Yao anyway, but I mean, some people run both of them, and those people, I hate them. This LeBron, people don't seem to really gravitate towards base 3, and I've noticed that recently. I've noticed a lot of the base 3 cards seem to be down in price as opposed to the set shot 25 versions of themselves, Like, even Michael Jordan seems to be not as expensive as you would expect, but a lot of that just comes from the fact that, like, regular Jordan is like better. So, I forgot about Giannis. Small forward center, Giannis is good. I kind of want to pick him up, but he's so expensive. I got to do pack openings for the rest of the year. I just know I'm not about to pull anything. It seems like base 3 Giannis seems to be a lot cheaper. Not even just base 3 Giannis, just base 3 cards in general seem to be down quite a bit. We're also getting some Season 8 cards on Wednesday. I'm actually most excited for those. I just want to point that out. I'm still standing firm. Invincible Tatum on Wednesday. I could totally be wrong, but it just kind of sounds right. Now, as far as the invincible versions of cards, I mean, we're going to see them go continuously down and down and down and down. Outside of Luka, because Luka's still one of the best point guards, if not outright the best point guard on next gen. So he'll stay the same. Other cards that'll stay the same would be where is he? Michael Jordan. Not this MJ, but the other one. Where's the other one? The other one, that one's fine too, but this MJ will stay up in price because he's like a top tier current gen point guard. It's good on next gen too, but a lot of people, Evan Mobley really slept on. I just want to point that out. Nothing crazy. He's just really, really slept on. If he starts to get into buyout territory, I think he's absolutely worth picking up. He's really good, and I think a lot of people don't talk about him. I still have this Shaq for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why I'm doing this to myself. I should probably guap up the 100K, but you know what? My all-Heat team needs a Shaq, and they didn't give us any other Heat versions of Shaq for some reason, and I feel personally spited by that. Just wanted to point that out. Invincible Taco is still up here, still very, very good. I really want Scottie Pippen to get love in the game at some point. I got my 1991 NBA Finals coffee cup right here that I'm enjoying, and I would love Scottie Pippen to get an endgame card in the endgame set. Feeling very disrespected. Then there's Ben Simmons. I mean, he'll be down in price tomorrow, but I don't know. Sure, he'll be down in price, but I'm sure they're going to release a Ben Simmons that's basically the same as the Invincible one that has like 55 or 60 Hoff badges. By the way, I think they're going to do a power forward, small forward Ben Simmons tomorrow, or a power forward center Ben Simmons tomorrow with 60 Hoff badges. They're going to find a way to kind of stick it to you, you know? As always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I don't know, man. Are you guys excited for this drop? Comment down below if you are. If not, that's also cool, but if you're excited for it, you know, let me know. That's pretty tight. One more thing I wanted to mention, if you guys weren't aware, the token market has some more Hoff badges in there for 75 a piece. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to my badges. There's like 3 different waves of these, and you can get as many as you want, by the way. I've tested this out. They don't go away or anything, so that's pretty cool. If you want to, but you can just grind and get those for free for the most part, so it's like whatever, but you know, Hoff badges don't mean anything considering endgame cards are coming out, but if you want to, you know, badge up a card, that's pretty cool. You can do that. You know, Chef and Circus 3s and stuff, that's cool. But, you know, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be opening packs. I'm going to go live pretty early tomorrow, so I'll probably be live at like 9 a.m. Just to review the cards and then obviously open some packs and stuff like that. And I'll probably be live on YouTube when I do that, so if you guys want to hang out, that'd be cool, you know. Oh, yeah, and for those of you who have made it to the end of the video, please, and I know I'm tired of begging myself, I really am, but please go subscribe to the second channel. I just want to do game reviews and do some other things and have, you know, myself actually get paid, even a tiny amount of ad revenue for my labor. So please go subscribe to the Mids Only channel. Look, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything but just hit that little sub button. You don't have to turn on notifications. You don't have to do anything. Just go hit the sub button. If I can get up to 1,000 subscribers, that would be wonderful. It would make my heart happy. It would do like that thing in the Grinch where the guy's, you know, the Grinch's heart goes real big. That'd be me. So if you want that, you should do that.